Welcome. We're here to talk to the angels about all things money, abundance, and love today. And today's topic is the video game of life, the illusion. So imagine that you are a divine being of light, that you lived infinitely. Okay, maybe infinitely is a little too much for our brains to compute. So maybe let's just chunk it down to like 25,000 years. And you're just floating around and having the most amazing time in heaven. And everything's perfect. And everyone is amazing and kind and loving. And you just get everything you want all the time. All the time. And someone approaches you and says, would you like a little dramatic vacation? As in, there's this place called Earth that has a false matrix, and you can pretend to be in wonderment and have the thing called surprise and anticipation. Could you imagine having anticipation? So on the higher frequencies, we don't get to experience wonder or anticipation or surprise because we know everything. We feel everything. That's what we're stepping into right now with our telepathic and our intuitive abilities. And so, because we've forgotten, it's like, oh, these are fun. But that's actually who you are. That's the truth of who you are. And so, like when we get to know everything, things become beautiful because we've forgotten. But the game of life it's a fun game. It's a fun illusion. And it's not true. Because imagine if you were watching a sports game and you already knew who won, right? Or you were watching a movie and you already knew the whole story, or you had a kid and you knew exactly what that kid was going to do throughout his whole life. It's like, yeah, that kind of gets a little monotonous. And so the game of life, the Earth experience, where we get to go into the illusion and we get to forget temporarily our divinity, the truth of who we are, it's entertaining. But my goodness, it's so good. It's such a good illusion that we get trapped in it. And we forget. And so today's conversation is just a short reminder of that, to remind yourself that the anticipation and the wonder and the surprise is actually exciting. Like there is joy in all of it, and to remember that. So today's schedule is remembering you as the creator and that you have choice. And then we have Damari and the beautiful White Light Council to share about money and love. And then I'm going to deliver a pineal gland activation today. The angels have invited me to bring that to everybody as a tool to help everybody activate their pineal gland and remember who you are, right? The pineal gland is that tiny little gland in the center of our brains that reminds us of the divinity. It connects us to the divine, and it helps with our intuitive abilities. It will help with your telepathic abilities. It will help you remember that you are at choice and not get so bogged down with the illusion. If you don't know me, I'm Johanna Gardner. I'm an intuitive business coach. I'm also a master energy healer. I built a multi-million-dollar real estate firm And my soul had a completely different plan. So now I love, love, love teaching people through programs and coaching, and even a retreat that's coming up in less than 3 weeks in Mexico, how to step into the quantum field and monetize their unique and special spiritual gifts. They came here to Earth to share with humanity and to get to experience for themselves, to remember who they are, and those spiritual gifts, telepathic gifts, their intuitive abilities, their healing abilities, all of that is just part of the truth of who you are. And we're slowly opening up and reminding ourselves of that magic. And it's going to get more and more and more and more intense as we continue to awaken, and there's more and more light coming into the planet. And as there's more and more light, we're illuminating the dark, right? It's just imagine you walk into a room and you turn on the light, you realize, oh my gosh, it's kind of messy in here. So that's kind of what we're doing. And we're waking up and remembering that you are the creator, and remembering how just completely magical you are, and to be at peace with it all. Right now, there is such intensity of the purge, right? That saying goodbye to those old belief systems, that old matrix. And that's when it gets really, really intense. The angels are reminding me of, okay, that's a really intense thought that you have right now. It's a really intense belief system that you're breaking through. And it's been in your patterning system. It's been in your whole experience of life. And as we let go of the control, as we let go of the fear, and we're opening up to more light and more love and more ease and more grace, and that loudness, that inner voice that is speaking, it's trying to hold on. It's trying so desperately to keep you in the illusion, because there's this mixed feeling, right? We get to go back to the divine. We get to go back to our heavenly floating around. Everything's magical. We get whatever we want, whenever we want it. And yet it was like in a vacation, and there's memories that we've created here that are precious to us, and they're precious to our experience. And so there's grief that comes up with that. We're reminding ourselves that that's okay, to be soft with ourselves as we let go of the illusion, as we let go of the surprise and wonderment and anxiety from all the anticipation. What's going to happen? Is it going to be okay? And I just wanted to remind you today that you are so amazing, and you have so much love within you and so much light within you, that as we let go of the old, and we let go of the matrix, we let go of the old programming, and we become more of the truth of who we are, that we get to go into that birthing gracefully and lovingly, and with kindness and nurturing, because that remembering of who we are is it's a precious experience. Allowing the gentleness of that transformation that we're going through is so important right here, right now, because it's getting really loud. So as I was remembering the loudness, this is my absolute favorite quote, and I wanted to share it with you today because it might spark the remembrance within you to not hang on to that inner critic. And it's by Teddy Roosevelt. And it says, it is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how strong the man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there's no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his pace shall never be with those cold, timid souls who neither knows victory nor defeat. That quote by Roosevelt inspires me so much. I've had it in my heart, right? Like to dare greatly, to constantly override that inner critic and or outer critic, right? Maybe it's your mom's voice, maybe it's your dad's voice, maybe it's your old teacher's voice. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you're not good enough for that. Oh, you're not. And to override it over and over and over again, to constantly believe in that divinity, believe and remember who you are, that magical being of light. And as we go through this complete birthing of ourselves back to the truth of who we are, to remember the sweetness and the nurturing and the kindness that is so important through this whole process. And the angels have been reminding me over and over and over again, just to keep the faith, keep letting go, and keep surrendering, because we're doing it. We're actually doing this whole magical experience of letting go and birthing ourselves again back into the light. Thank you so much for remembering who you are and being with us today, because we get to shine our own light and then collectively shine our lights together. And that's just such a beautiful, magical experience, because then we get to play and be earth angels together. Speaking of earth angels, we have the beautiful Damari. I'm going to bring her up and say hi. How are you, earth angel?
Hello, hello. Oh, that was so beautiful, Johanna. What a wonderful reminder of the truth that we are living in an illusion, that this is just temporary, but we came here because we wanted the excitement. And from that perspective, it looked really fun.
I remember we're going to say, remember, it's going to be really fun, and we'll have our cell phones to remind each other.
We'll have our cell phones to remind each other that this is all an illusion, and we're here to bring in even more light and play and and love each other and love ourselves even more and get to experience what we already know. And that's what we're here for. And I love that you have created this beautiful space to remind each other of what we know and the beauty of it all and the magic of it all, and to keep believing in ourselves because we need it. The world is really loud out there, and we need each other to remind ourselves of the truth, the higher truth.
Right. Yeah. So grateful for you. I'm gonna let you talk to the white light council. I'll be back
Uh,
so
It's
much.
going to be my honor to do that. All right, everyone. So, again, I'm so grateful to be here with you. And I'm excited to bring in the messages from the White Light Council. They're excited to be here with you. And as always, they say that uh, it's so much more than the words they say. So, to open your heart to the energies and the love that are being transmitted through the words. And by you just saying, yes, I receive, you are receiving gifts that your mind can't even imagine. So open yourself to receive. And I'm just going to bring them in. We are light, we are love, and we are here. Yes, we are here. And we are here to remind you that you are us and we are you. We are one. And we like to begin our messages with that reminder. We are light. We here in the White Light Council are beings of light, just like you are. We are beings of love, just like you are. And we are here. And where is here? Here in the present moment. Here now. And we'd like to remind you that everything is one. Of this oneness, that it's us, that it's everything that exists. You are one with Source. You are one with each other. You are one with us. And you, dear ones, are one with everything that you desire. Everything that you feel you want more of in your life. Can you open your mind to remember that you already are one with that? When you come here to the physical world, to the earth, there is this program, we're going to call it, that says, I am separate. I see things outside of me. I see other people. That means that they're separate from me. I see money out there. I see a beloved out there, or someone who I love, or someone who I wish were with me in a beautiful soulmate relationship. Or I would like to have that home, that house, or I would like to have that vehicle. I would like to have all those things that are outside of me that I can see or hear or feel, but they're separate from me. I see them over there. And yet, we wish to remind you, well, you already know, but you're remembering now as you're awakening to the truth of who you are, that you are already one with everything that you desire in your life. You are one, dear ones. And what else are you one with? Like we start saying at the beginning, you are one with love. You are love. And love is the key. It's the attractive force, the power within you that will bring to you everything that you perceive to be separate from you. So, what does that mean? Dear ones, love whatever you wish to have more of in your experience. So let's take money, for example. So many of you say, I want more money. I don't have enough money. And yet, the truth is that money is just consciousness. Money has consciousness, just like you. Money is consciousness. You are consciousness. And you are one already. So you are one with the money that you wish to have more of. So, all right. So you can kind of understand this at an intellectual level. But White Light Council, how does that apply in the real world here on earth? Well, dear ones, how about you think, I am the money. I am money. I love money. I love the money that I already have. I see all these ways that I already have money, and I love this money. And what does money provide for me? All right. So I pay my bills. So what feeling do you get when you're paying bills? Do you get into a feeling of lack? Oh, here goes away the money that I have. I have less money now. Or do you go into a place of gratitude? Oh, I have this money that I can pay for this phone bill. And this allows me to communicate with those I love. It allows me to communicate with anyone who I want to share something with or get information or connect with for whatever reason. I am grateful for whatever I am experiencing. That money is the exchange way here on earth that I used to bring that into my life. So what we're trying to say here is, when you get into a space of gratitude, into a space of love for money itself, for the consciousness of money, and whatever money can bring into your experience, instead of going into lack, go into, I am so rich. I am so grateful. And when you shift this perception, you shift your energy and you become a stronger magnet for more of that. More money, more of what money brings to you. Another thing that we notice is when you are perceiving yourself as not having enough money, you are focused on the not having enough of it. You are focused on getting more money. Where is the money come from? I don't have enough. Where can I get more money? And all that focus on money comes from a place of fear. Fear that you may not have enough. Lack is also another form of fear. I don't have enough. And the not enoughness just keeps bringing that experience back to you. This is not personal. It's just energy. We all live in an energetic multiverse. And it's all about matching vibrations. So we will invite you to become more aware. Where are you vibrating at? in relation to money or anything that you wish more of. Falling in love with money. Falling in love with everything that you desire more of and prefer to have more of in your life, knowing that you're already one with that, knowing that it's already done. How would you feel when you have it already? And many of these beliefs that you have around money and these feelings around money, it is not your fault that you're in this energy of lack. It has actually been imprinted in your energetic field when you decided to show up on Earth, because it's part of the programming on Earth in the 3D consciousness. You knew as a spirit that you would be coming into a consciousness of lack. And that is okay, because you said, I will master the energy of, let's say, money by experiencing the lack of it. And then I'll remember my truth, that I am one with everything that I desire to have in my life. I am already one. That is what the 5D consciousness is all about. It's about oneness. It's about love. It's about remembering that you are the creator of your reality. So, dear ones, we remind you, we want you to experience, to remember that you already are one with whatever you desire. So get into a state of gratitude. And as we were saying, it is not your fault that you have taken on this consciousness of lack. You have a choice now. You have a choice to remember the truth. You have a choice to let go of all the beliefs that have been passed down to you through your ancestral heritage. It's embedded in your DNA. And in this powerful moment of now, you have the choice, as the God that you are, as the creator of your reality that you are, to say anything and everything that is not aligned with the highest truth, that I am already one with money, that I am already one with love, that I am love, that I am powerful, that I already have everything that I desire. All of that, all of those beliefs, all that programming, all those feelings of lack, all those memories, in this powerful moment of now, I let it all go. So say that to yourself and command it from all of you, all of your consciousness, the human self, the spirit self, everything that you are through all time and space, letting it all go right here, right now, in this powerful moment of now. And letting it go. And as you let it go, dear ones, letting it go with gratitude for what it has shown you, and letting it go knowing that it's part of the illusion, and that Right now, you're choosing your freedom through remembering the truth. And what is it that you're choosing? You're choosing love. You're choosing to receive the love and the support and the freedom that you know it's already yours. So just say, money, I love you. I love you, money. I love me. I love money. Money loves me. We are one. I am choosing to love me more and more, fully and completely. Thank you, money, for being in my life. Thank you, life, for supporting me in every single way. You are adored. You are adored more than you know. And you are supported. So receive, dear ones, this love and this support in every way. We love you, we love you, we love you, and we are always, always with you. We are light, we are love, and we are always just a thought away. All right, I'm back.
I'm coming. I can't find myself.
There you are.
Oh my goodness. I was kind of out of it. I was like really absorbing all the love. And I was like, whoa, that was a beautiful transmission. Thank you so much.
My
Woo.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah. Just remembering, it's what they were saying is the amnesia versus the remembering. It's like I'm definitely finding myself battling those two experiences, right? The amnesia of, oh, I'm playing victim. Oh, it's so awful here. Like, it's terrible. And then, the reminder of, well, then you're perpetuating that, right? Like if you're being in lack of like, oh, somebody needs to come save me. And then like the whole thing is to remind yourself of like, you're the creator, you're the divine, you're the one that is all that is one, right? Like there isn't separate. So it's whatever actor's game you want to play with yourself. It's all bringing you that for the contrast and the experience of, well, who do you want to be?
Yeah, and I actually have an example from my personal life around that. So I was born in a culture, I'm from Puerto Rico, so Latin culture. And I was born with the program that there's roles that men take and roles that women take. All right. So what was passed down to me, and I saw this with my mother, I saw this with my grandmother, and many people around me, was that men are the providers. Men are the providers of money. And I actually saw my grandmother abandon herself and live in a loveless, joyless marriage because he was the provider of money and she had to take care of the family. I saw my mother do the same thing in a different way, but I saw her also abandon herself and think that she couldn't make enough money as much as she worked hard. She was making minimum wage. She had like 3 jobs, always working and struggling to get money because she was a single mom. And yet then she was always waiting for the man to save her, and she found the man to save her. And then she stopped working and he was now the provider. So that was passed down to me. So as I was connecting with my higher self and awakening to the higher truth, I realized that I came and I said, I'm going to stop this pattern. I'm not going to continue this program that says I am powerless and I depend on someone else. Now, believe me, there's a little girl within me that wants my guy to come and save me. That feels really real. And yet, when I was having this discussion with this White Light Council, what came to me, the download that came to me was, you are the one you've been waiting for. And then you, like they said, you can see yourself, if we want to continue using these roles, you can see yourself as the divine feminine. And source is the divine masculine. But source is within you. So would you marry, using this imagery, would you marry divine masculine who's already within you, and then get to embody and experience being the source of everything that you want, you being the one you've been waiting for? And it's like, whoa, mind blowing, right? It's like, oh, talk about an aha moment. And I'm like, okay, I am it. So empowering. And this is part of the awakening.
Mm-hmm.
Going from the 3D to the 5D world where we are one. We're not victims, we don't need to be saved. We are the ones who will save ourselves by remembering that we are source and we have everything already within us.
That is so true. And I think that especially yours and my generation, where we are pretty much the first generation of women who had the availability of bank accounts, and we could get mortgages. I had 97 of them. It's just like we really broke the mold. And I think that our children are boys, and who have, mine found very independent women, very, powerful women, and that generational change that has profoundly happened from, our mothers, that broke that mold of, no, we don't have to, this is not a prison that we have to be in. And unfortunately, there's still a lot of women out there that, are stuck in that paradigm, but we're breaking free. And I think the men are they're trying to find their roles in that too, right? Because there are such powerful women in our generation where we're just like, no, we're not having that. You got to step your game, And so, there's this really new way of being sovereign and allowing for ourselves to really embody that, that feminine. And obviously she's coming through my voice right now. Like, she's birthing her magic through me. Whenever my voice goes out like that, it's like, okay, something's moving. So that she's coming in strong right now, I think, and she's really ready to birth a new way of beingness where we're working together, we're collaborating. The masculine's very kind of isolated and they'll just go do. Whereas the women are really coming together and gathering. This circle is very much, we're predominantly women here. So just bringing our magic and that feminine power to saying, no, we are sovereign, and we're remembering our magic and we're embodying it, and not being in victim, but just really owning.
Yeah, we're redefining our self-identity. Like, who do we see ourselves as in relation to men, in relation to money, in relation to our power, um, and who we are.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, how we see ourselves, how we see the world, and how we see the world seeing us. All that is being redefined during this transition time that you were saying the angels were talking about. We're in a transition time, and it can feel very unstable and scary because it's like our own sense of identity is being shaken. And what felt comfortable and the known is just changing. And it's like, oh, like, what do I do? It brings fear, conscious or unconscious.
Right.
And but we are in a place like this, being reminded of a higher truth that's empowering. And it's based on love, and it's opening our hearts to see who we are from a higher, more powerful perspective, empowering perspective.
Mhm.
So the little ones, meaning the image that we had of ourselves as not powerful enough, not good enough, not abundant enough, not capable enough, that is being shaken. And instead, we're being reminded by the angels, by the guides, by each other who have remembered that we are so much more. And it's all based on the frequencies of empowered love.
Yeah, and one last thing they're telling me is that to remember how the incredible steps that we've taken in order to be able to love ourselves, right? Even just the story that you shared was your mom had to love herself through that paradigm shift, and you've had to love yourself incredibly in order to be able to say, no, um, I'm not going to circumvent my joy, my love for myself by putting myself in that particular prison, right? Like you've made the declaration that this is your barrier, this is your barrier, this is your boundary of where you're going to accept your level of sovereignty, your joy in your life. And you're not going to go into this prison just because of money, right? Like there's a lot of people who sell their souls, a lot of people who compromise their true values in order to gain whatever financial reward. And I always say, like, the universe has our own accounting system and it's not in dollars and cents. So I really truly believe that the more love that we share with ourselves, the more rewards we actually get. And the rewards are just in support and magic and synchronicities and amazing things that I could have never made up. But because I wasn't willing to sacrifice my boundaries or, just go, oh yeah, I'll take that $10,000, even though I know it's a horrible, uh, deal for somebody. And that exchange is just very manipulative. I don't want that karma coming back to me, so I'm just not going to do it. Right?
Right.
Like I'm very aware of that intention, and I think our intentions are becoming more and more powerful as we continue to step into our own sovereignty, and as we become in the embodiment of that self-love, then we really are being the examples for others. So, no, you don't have to manipulate yourself. You don't have to sacrifice your values. You don't have to tell lies and coerce people for money. You will be 100% supported. That love that you give out and you stay in integrity, amazing, miraculous synchronicities happen in my life all the time. Outside of money, like there's plenty of money, but it's like there's so much value and true, like I could lose everything today and I know that I would be 100% fed, clothed, roof. Like I have so much love in my life, and that's where my true wealth is. And that's what we're standing up for, I think. So
Yes, and the universe knows that here in the earth plane, money is the way that we get supported. So even money is also the way we will and are and have been receiving support.
absolutely, yeah, definitely. But there's other currencies, there's other resources, right? Like, and
Absolutely.
allowing for ourselves to just continue to stay true to that integrity, and have the faith that you will be 100% supported. So thank you so much for bringing in that beautiful message from White Light Council. I so love you, adore you. Thank you. Thank you. See you next time. All right, we are going to go to our pineal gland activation today. And so I'm just going to encourage everybody to take a deep breath. Whew, beautiful. And I am going to ask everybody to get comfortable and set your intention for this transmission. The pineal gland is at the center of our brain. It is known as a third eye, and we do attunements in the Reiki attunement process where we activate the pineal gland, and the pineal gland then activates our spiritual gifts. And it's an extremely powerful, beautiful transmission that the angels have said that I could share with you today. So I'm excited. And I'm just going to set up some music here just for the background. And so we're just going to take some deep breaths. Woo. And get into presence. And you place your hand on your heart, your left hand on your heart. And once again, take another deep breath. Let's inhale. We're gonna inhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hold it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then exhale for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Hold 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then exhale for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow it all out. Then one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale for 7. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. And then we just come back to your breath. Just energetically connecting to all of you here live and the replay. Giving permission to receive this activation. Bring your right hand, third finger, second finger, and gently tap on your third eye. Imagining, asking it to wake up. Imagining that it's been asleep for a while. And you're just gently asking it to awaken. Very softly. So it's just yawning and stretching. It's been sleeping. Gently tapping on that third eye area of your forehead. Noticing what you're noticing throughout your body. Maybe it's tingling. Then notice as though your pineal gland was a being, it was sitting in lotus position, ready to receive its awakening. Imagine that it's a candle and it is being lit by the divine. Imagine that flame flickering and then becoming stronger and stronger. Slow down the tapping on your forehead. And when you feel like the flame is fully lit, it's fully blossomed into this bright, amazing flame, burning bright, letting go of all the resistance, letting go of anything that's in the way, we're clearing it out of this light, activating and being turned on right here, right now. Slowly put your hands in prayer position. And let's just receive this activation. Allowing for the candlelight to be turned on in your brain and then expand from your root all the way around your body, as though you are completely immersed in that beautiful flame. The flame gets bigger, maybe a foot in diameter around your body. You're fully immersed in the flame. burning any ancestral or karmic patterns that no longer are needed in your system. Let's just be here for a while, allowing for that beautiful flame to burn all the old patterns that are no longer wanted in your reality. You say that they are complete, and so it is. Start to come back. Allow for your awareness to be back on your light. heart. Seal in this transmission today from the angels. Let your heart be more at ease, more nurturing to that inner critic, more kind, more loving. And we'll just come back to this now. Take a deep breath. Thank you, everybody, for watching the replay. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to come back and be notified of our beautiful weekly meetings every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. You can join us live, see the link in the description. We appreciate you. We love you and sending you lots and lots of love from the angels. We'll see you next week. Thank you.